trash. Has there been a bigger phenomenon of our time than the Power Rangers? The US adaptation of Super Sentai became a juggernaut in the 1990s. Even after the many incarnations of this series, none will likely ever top the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Naturally, a show with this much popularity spawned a number of copycats. Heck, Saban themselves copied their own hit with Big Bad Beetleborgs, which I may get to one day. But what could be even more goofy and insane than the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? The Superhuman Samurai Syber Squad! Superhuman Samurai! Imagine Power Rangers with a third of the budget and 10% of the acting talent. You'd pretty much get the Superhuman Samurai Syber Squad. The show was distributed by Deke Entertainment on ABC Saturday mornings and afternoon syndication for the 94-95 season. From what I could research, it was adapted from a Japanese series whose original title translates to Lightning Superman Gridman. Syber Squad focuses on a teenaged kid named Sam Collins, played by Matthew Lawrence. Matthew and his brother Joey were pretty big teen stars in the 90s before they apparently dropped out and checked into the Macaulay Culkin protection program or something. Sam is the lead guitarist for his own rock band that includes his friends Tanker, Sydney, and Amp. And they barely play any music for the entire series. Mainly because Sam spends all his time obsessing over his classmate Jennifer. That puts him at odds with Malcolm Frink here, who may as well wear a sandwich board that says, "I am the baddie."
For you.
Oh, thanks.
First you hook 'em, then you reel 'em in.
Yeah, right, like any girl's gonna be drawn to a brooding loner who dresses all in dark. Oh, shut up! Because Sam is after his girl, Malcolm sits alone in his dark bedroom dreaming about killing him. This came out 4 years before Columbine, people. But then his computer gets infested with some kind of sentient computer being named Kilocon, whose voice you might recognize.
You are not dreaming, meat thing.
Yeah, Tim Curry's gonna forever be remembered as either a Transylvania transsexual or the voice of a lot of bad cartoon villains. Personally, he'll always be Wadsworth the Butler to me. Kilocon wants Malcolm to help him conquer cyberspace by creating virus monsters and use that to help conquer the universe.
Within all computerized equipment is a hidden world, a digital world.
It was the 90s, people. We were still trying to grasp the concept of what this internet thing was.
Could a virus destroy a telephone circuit? Let's see you call Jennifer now.
That's your evil plan. I think every villain I saw on Saturday morning was more sinister than you, and that includes Weasel McGreed from the Berenstain Bears. But fortunately, this is the time where a power surge or something sends Sam into that digital world and turns him into a ripoff of Ultraman. Yeah, I know the original production company, Subaraya Productions, also created Ultraman, but you'd think they could get a little more creative. I mean, if you're gonna make another show with a different character, how about making him noticeably different? You tell him, Rowdy!
Let's terrorize, guys!
So yeah, this is the basic premise of the show. Sam turns into this digital superhero called Servo and must battle Kilocon and Malcolm's virus monsters. I think you can basically see what this show was all about. This was the creators being able to smash stuff on TV without actually smashing stuff. See? Our monsters aren't causing massive property damage and endangering innocent lives. It's just a bunch of computer circuits that can be easily repaired. Biggest cop-out ever! Sydney finds programs for assault vehicles that allow Sam's friends to somehow enter the digital world and team up with Servo. That gives us our required list of catchphrases that each one must utter in order to enter their vehicle.
Pump up the power!
Let's kick some gigabutt. 3 for $1. Shake well before you're the. Don't give up the hedge clippers.
Congratulations! You just made Wonder Twin powers activate look badass by comparison! That's basically the premise of every episode. Malcolm designs a monster that Kilocon sends to attack some computer system, and Sam and his buddies go into the digital world to stop the monsters. Really, all the episodes are practically interchangeable. There's pretty much no story arcs or character development at all. It briefly looked like Jennifer would start hating Sam in the beginning, but that was quickly resolved. There was Tanker's secret crush on Sydney, where I think he told her his feelings a couple of times and it went nowhere, and Amp eventually went back to his home planet, I'm not kidding, and was replaced by this surfer dude named Lucky. Other than that, you can watch these in basically any order. Okay, so maybe the basic premise isn't that much goofier than other adaptations like Power Rangers, so where exactly does this show go wrong? Let's start with the fight scenes, which come from the Gridman footage. I mean, they look like a cross between Gamera and backyard wrestling! I know Japanese action shows are known for being low budget, but this is ridiculous! Then we have our villain, Malcolm. He's given the power to control computer systems around the world, and all he wants to do is inconvenience Sam!
Send my new and improved Arma Mega Virus monster into certain Sam Collins blow dryer. Then watch the fly.
I think we can name Malcolm Frink for the Lame Villain Hall of Fame. Plus, he frequently lets Kilocon push him around, even though he doesn't agree with the whole world conquest thing, and Kilocon can't do anything without him. Doesn't he realize the power he holds?
Next time you will just have to come up with something a little more original.
What would you know about original, you digital dilettante?
Dude, just unplug your modem cable to trap him in the computer and then imprison him in a floppy disk. It worked on So Weird! And by the way, does his mother know what's going on? What are you doing in there, Malcolm? I'm helping an evil overlord create monsters to take over the world. But you're not downloading porn, right? But what really drives this home is the acting of our supporting cast. Boring!
If we can't destroy this bug, how do we stop it from trashing Servo?
I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this.
Sam's getting creamed in there.
He put his future academic career on the line, Lucky, just so you could surf again.
I can't let him down. That'd be way bogus.
These people make the Power Rangers cast look Shakespearean by comparison. At least Amy Jo Johnson went on to co-star in Felicity, and Johnny Young Bosch found a career in anime voiceovers. But I don't think any one of these actors got a major role after this. Despite all this, the show lasted 53 episodes, which was 14 more than Gridman. That tells me they reused the same footage for multiple episodes, because I find it hard to believe that Syber went the same route Saban did and created new footage just for this show. Syber Squad has never been released on DVD, but it is legally streamed on the online network Jiru.com, which also airs such great programs like Pole Position, Captain N, and Sonic Underground. This show was one big systems failure! The characters are blander than vanilla, the action looks cheaper than a high school movie project, and the villains make Boris and Natasha look like evil geniuses. It's the laziest attempt to capitalize on a popular concept I've ever seen. I don't know if I've seen a more ridiculous rip-off concept in my life. What the frick?
Oh my god!
Ninja Cats, assemble! Professor Stupidian has infected all of the chicken feed in the world with mind control drugs! Anyone who dines at Chick-fil-A or KFC will be under his control, and only we can stop him!